Sorry guys. I hate having to do a part two because I hate having you click on one video and then you don't want to go and click on the second one, but second part, but it's all good. Still haven't quite figured out how to um pause and then start all over again, because if I pause it, then I'll figure that out later. See if I can learn how to do that. But anyway, so moving on. So I stopped off on explaining about what happened in the 1950s with the with people spotting UFOs, and how the military brushed it off and said that instead of it being UFOs, it was actually the military testing planes. So moving on. All right, so do aliens exist? And I was going to tell you my theory on that. I do believe that aliens exist because, and this is what really got me. I started researching this ethnic group within Mali, Africa, and they call themselves the Dogon. So, and I'll also put that information in so that you can check it out for yourselves if you'd like to. So the Dogon, right? They live in Mali, Africa, and basically, just a little history about the Dogon. They moved from their, I guess you could call it the city location from where they once were, because they had their own style of spiritualism and their own way of worship. So instead of conforming to or accepting outside spiritualism or outside religions, they decided that they wanted to continue with what they believed in, and they wanted to continue to practice that. So, and I think some of them are Muslims, and then I think some of them also practice the esoteric knowledge, but you can also Google that and research that for yourselves. So they moved into the mountains and into the mountain areas of Mali in Africa. So that's where they reside to this present day. And so basically, the Dogon knew about the star Sirius, and they also knew about Ptolo, and I forget which star Ptolo is, but they were very famous and for knowing about the star Sirius before European scientists knew about it, and before American scientists knew about it. And actually, I believe 2 European scientists went over to Mali, Africa. I want to say back in the 50s or the 60s, maybe even the 30s or so. They went over there to study the Dogon and to basically learn more about their scientific knowledge, because the Dogon were so scientifically advanced, and they are, in my opinion, they're still more scientifically advanced than the Europeans and the American scientists. But anyway, so these particular French scientists went over to Mali, Africa, and they talked with the Dogon about the Sirius star and Ptolo. Ptolo, I can't remember. Sirius, they call it the dog star. You have Sirius A, Sirius B, and Ptolo, and they say that Ptolo is a very heavy star. But if you're interested in that information, you can definitely look it up. But I find that the Dogon are very interesting because they talk about what they call the Namo. And the Namo are these extraterrestrial beings that came to Earth. So if you want to find out more information about that, please look that up for yourselves. I'm not going to dig deep into that because I don't want to get too off track, but of Area 51. But within their teachings to the French scientists that went over there, they have what the Dogon call they have this cave where they have these markings on the cave that explains what happens within the stars and what happens within the sky, and then it's within the astrological and the celestial beings, and how things work within the stars. And for us as let's put it this way, the ancient Africans, that's how they could tell about a lot of things, because they were astrologists. They were very advanced in scientific knowledge and celestial knowledge, if you will. So, and when I listened to the Dogon story, I was like, that is very interesting. It's very amazing how they knew more about science, and how they said that the Namo came and taught them. And I also have a video here online where I talk about, not only that, I also talk about the Anunnaki. So if you're interested, check that video out. It's here online. And you can get some insight with that. And thank you so much for all of those views on that video as well. All right, so moving on. In 1989, so that's my take on why I believe that extraterrestrial life exists, because we cannot be the only life form within this construct and within the area of space. So because Earth is a planet, we are located in space, and whether you want to see it that way or not, it is what it is. But anywho, so that's my take on, do I think aliens exist? The answer is yes. All right. In 1989, a man by the name of Robert Lazar, and if I'm pronouncing that wrong, forgive me, it's Lazar, stated that he had worked on alien technology inside Area 51. Lazar said he'd seen medical photos of aliens inside the base, and that the U.S. government used the facility to examine UFOs. Lazar could not provide any hard evidence, and several scientists have discredited his claims. Now, what do I think about that? How do I feel about that? With these scientists who have discredited his claims, several things could be behind that. Number one, Lazar could, in fact, actually have been telling the truth. Now, the scientists who would not back him up, maybe they felt like he went against code or regulations with putting this information out to the public and talking about them and what was happening out at Area 51. So you always know, like, if someone's out there, they're going to try to get the truth out there. They're going to try to get the information out there. And I always look at it from this perspective and from this standpoint. We in this society have been lied to for so long until the truth seems like a lie and the lie seems like a truth, or seems like the truth. So that's my take on it. But, you know, however you see it, however you deal with it, that's what's up. It is what it is, okay? So, and I've already mentioned the Dogon in West Africa. Please, if you haven't already, if you've never heard of this ethnic group, please research them. They are so, in my opinion, they are so interesting, so awesome. So just to listen to their stories and to their their extraterrestrial accounts is awesome. Oh, and there is video here on YouTube about the Dogon. So there, if you want to check it out, just YouTube Dogon tribe or Dogon or the Dogon and Sirius A, Sirius B, and the Dogon, and it'll pop up the information. You can even type in Namo, and they speak of the Namo. It's Nommo. And they also knew, the Dogon also had knowledge of the rings around Saturn and the moons on Jupiter. And I'm just gonna throw this in here. See, I'm just a goofy nerd, but I love it. I had the opportunity to go to the State Museum here in South Carolina, Columbia, and it was that night. It was so cool. It was me and my friends, my fam. We went out, and they had the telescopes set up where you could see pretty much the planets, all the planets that were at the planetarium, I should say. So what I thought was really cool was that I got the opportunity to look through the telescope and to see Saturn. And do I have pictures? Yeah, I've got plenty of pictures of these on Facebook. So if you follow me on Facebook, you can skim through all of those pictures, because I got a hell of a lot of pictures. Just skim through all those pictures, and you can see the telescope. You can see where we were out there having a good time. This is about maybe 3 years ago or so. Fun time for me, because that's the type of fun that I like. But anyway, that's the kind of stuff I like. And what I thought was really cool was that I got the opportunity to see Saturn and to see the rings around Saturn. It was so clear. I was like, wow, that was awesome. I wish I could take a picture of it, but it was really hard for me to do that. So you have to have, like, of course, those special cameras to do that. All right, so let's talk about Storm Area 51 event being canceled. And this information I found on BuzzFeedNews.com. And I also put that in the description link if you want to check that out for yourselves. So the event has been canceled after organizers said they saw what could have been a potential humanitarian disaster. All right, let's talk about that for right now. Humanitarian disaster. So they canceled it because they foresaw it as a potential humanitarian disaster. And I'm thinking, well, the military stated that they were not taking any chances. So if anyone wanted to even get close to the facility, they would be turned around, or they would be turned around before they even got to the gate, So, and it probably would have been a lot of chaos and a lot of turmoil. So I guess the event facilitators, or the event what's the word I'm looking for, the people who were sponsoring the event, or who came up with the idea, they decided that it would be a good idea and within their people's best interest not to go forward with this plan of going out to Area 51 to see what they could see. But of course they would probably, like I said, they wouldn't even get close to the facility. And then it was a few years back, Lester Holt did a news piece on Area 51, and it was interesting. I checked it out, and so he got to so many feet, and he was warned. He and the cameraman were warned to step back, or to get back, because they were too close to the grounds of the facility. So, and I don't know, you might be able to find that news footage here on YouTube as well. But I just remember that from my memory bank, and I don't know, it was maybe 5 years ago, 7 years ago, somewhere around that time frame. But continuing on, Storm Area 51, they can't stop all of us, which is the name or the title of the Facebook page. So if you go on Facebook, I believe that page is still up. But come Friday, September 20th, we'll see if some of the people who signed up for the event are going to just go ahead and go through with it, or whether they're just going to just end up not going at all, since the event itself has been canceled. But sometimes you have those rebels that are out there who say, hey, no matter what, they canceled the event, okay, but we're still going. We're still going to do this. Good luck to you. More power to you. And I will definitely be staying tuned. So thank you guys so much for stopping by my channel and checking me out with all of my quirkiness and my weirdness and the things that I talk about here on this channel. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you, my subscribers, visitors. Thank you so much for stopping by. And you learned something new about Area 51 that you hadn't learned about already. So I'm going to be doing a lot more videos. So until next time, peace and love and blessings to you all.